I have a bone to pick with this stupid level.
What the hell's wrong with this dude?
Yeah, this isn't your average run-of-the-mill coin. This is a coin dozer.
Oh
boy.
Jeez.
And they're hell-bent to push your ass off of anything.
Oh, they're like the
let's take
motherfuckers
this
from
into
Crash
consideration.
2.
Well,
The
let's take this into
yeah, see?
Oh boy. I was about to say, let's take this into consideration, Ikki. We've been killing all of his brothers throughout this entire devil damn game. You think at least one of them would be kind of upset about that?
Oh, you say one of them.
This is his grand...
This level's chock full of these fuckers.
Oh, crap. But, dude, this is the grand, uprising. They're gonna take back this kingdom.
This is the coin dozer calamity.
Honestly, it should go without saying, either you're gonna be Dixie Kong in this level, or you're fucked.
Yeah, Kiddy Kong was not built for this level at all.
Like, he can jump higher, he can activate him like this better, you can precisely time and place your jumps.
Yeah, but here's the issue with the coin dozers.
Whoa.
The only way you could actually, like, not get hit by them is to stand directly on the middle of the trash lid.
Right, otherwise they'll just shove you
Otherwise,
off
you're
to the
screwed.
angle. Right. So far, so good.
And no, you can't attack them with a TNT barrel, because,
Trash cans.
Their shield.
yeah, and they're constantly pointing at you.
Who'da thunk it, Hype? After all this time, freaking Chaos has managed to develop vibranium trash cans.
Vibranium.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, if they're indestructible and absorb, like, any kind of, like, explosion or sound, that would constitute be vibranium.
When you guys said that
The hell is vibranium?
when you guys said that these
Oh.
things could survive explosions, what was happening is that vibranium is what Captain America's shield is made out of.
And it's also the stuff that Black Panther has.
Yeah.
So you saw that, yeah?
Yes.
There is a switch somewhere in the level that switches the wooden barrels to steel barrels. That's
I
the
need
only
that.
way you're going to be able to do that. And
Oh, there it
there's
is.
the switch right
Oh, there it is. Okay, so now we have to just go
Right,
back.
now you have to glide across. Don't
I got an
reactivate
idea, I
the
got an
barrel.
idea.
So
And there you go.
Perfect.
Whee!
And
Oh!
DK coin
Traitor!
get.
Just be careful, because you can still get hit yourself.
all right, here we go.
Thank you, Bazooka Joe.
You're welcome. Oh,
Oh shit!
You can't.
wait,
You,
those are the
can't-
those are those
Oh.
blasted monkeys.
you kind of made him sound like a little bit more out of shape than I made him sound. Like I made him
I
sound.
didn't-
"Hello
wait,
you're
there,
welcome,
My name
Ikki."
is Bazooka Joe.
And thus Dixicon made the coin dozers her bitch.
My card.
And now we get to my least favorite level in the game.
Poisonous pipeline.
I hate this stage so much.
Long and the short of it is that while you're in this muck, your controls are inverted.
Oh,
Yep.
Just the way you made that
So when I'm holding right, I'm moving left, and when I'm moving left, I'm moving right.
correct.
Yeah, just
Go
the
ahead.
way you say that, Logan, I'm just thinking, like, and it's something that I've been toying with for a while now. Like, you guys seen that one meme with the Super Show brothers, where it's like, where it's like, my brother Luigi wants to give you a heaping helping spaghetti of information. I've contemplated doing a variation of that, but have the voices be...
Oh, are you talking about the sex ed tape?
Yeah.
Hello, Mario.
Yeah, like, I know some people would be really ippity about that. I've had the idea of, like, doing an inverse of that, where it's like, my brother Luigi's here to give you a heaping helping spaghetti of
A
information.
pasta fazool.
Hey, Mario!
Hey, Mario, go fish!
I'm fishing for
Ooh.
piranha plants.
Have we
What
ever done it?
else?
Have we ever done that game?
No?
And I don't really see a need
Do
to.
you even own it?
I think we could. I'm sure we can find a way to emulate it or something. But like it, I would like
No.
to.
It's not
I think
worth
there'd be.
it. Fuck you, Coco
I think there'd be.
the clown.
I think there'd be some reason to, James, if not for the main reason, unless it's an urban legend. Like I heard that that game was the official, like first time that Charles Martinet did Mario's voice.
Hey, are
believe
you
so.
looking the Mario type?
Because, believe it or not, like, I know that's kind of a,
Oh,
a very
jeez.
kind of a common factoid at this point, but it's also the matter of fact that Charles has actually been voicing Mario even before the games. Like, like those awkward floating head you might have seen in conventions back in
Yeah,
the early
that was
90s.
Martinet.
That was all him. He did
He
it for him. He did it for Wario. He, at one point, he even did it for Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Is it a floating head for Donkey Kong?
Yes,
How did he make him sound?
I forget exactly, but he did make him sound like your typical 90s suave, like the typical suave 90s dude, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, that
it's
was-
me,
which-
a funny monkey man.
It's
Are
like,
you-
yeah, he
Go
did
ahead.
that, and I remember in like the clip I saw of it, he had DK flirting with any girl within his line of sight.
Oh,
Ooh,
jeez. That would not fly today. But
should
at the
have
same
been
time, I'll also
Bluster
say,
Kong then.
at the same time, like, holy crap, are you telling me that all this time Charles Martinet is possibly what inspired the voice we got from the Donkey Kong TV show?
It's possible.
No, Donkey Kong's voice in the TV show is a lot more doofy.
I feel like that's probably more of a coincidence than anything, but that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Also,
I
oh
think-
yeah, the other day I finally, like, the other day I was like, man, when is Al going to make another Donkey Kong Abridged episode? He just made one today.
That's
Oh.
right, he did.
We missed
I
the
saw the
door.
thumbnail too, and my god, it is appropriately disgusting.
With a baby, to be very relevant to what we're doing today.
What?
You know what that reminds me? I need to double check and see how he's working on that those lines of mine.
Ow. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there was an episode of the show where DK turned into a baby.
Oh, right. It was like the
Also,
third episode, I
Right.
think?
Also, Hype, do you... Is this like... Is there like an NDA that I'm not allowed to ask, or are you gonna like be clarifying what you meant by a line that you sent him?
No, not a line I sent him. Lines he owes me.
Oh... I'm calling you out now. Oh, jeez!
That was
Okay, we're almost outta
genuine
here.
fear, my voice, by the way.
Oh, don't worry, we've had plenty of
Oh,
that
if you
this
want
year.
Genuine Fear, wait till we eventually release our Hillbleed thing.
I
Oh,
heard
boy.
I heard James get done a frighten.
he got a scare.
By a Bloody Mary!
Oh, it did jump out at you, and jump scares are like, okay, the coin's got to be
Where are
around
these
here somewhere.
bananas leading?
Well,
Oh,
it's up,
Nope,
it's
not
up,
this
it's
way.
up there.
Yeah.
Back up.
Let's go.
fly
Let's
fast, barrel good.
Okay.
Now, how are we going to solve this interesting conundrum?
I wonder, maybe with a steel drum?
Well,
As soon as you
this
guys
is the
jump
controls
out of
that
there-
work with you.
Yeah, because...
Again, remember,
fucking-
the poison is inverts your control.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
just
I
like
don't
that.
like this level. Even though we...
Yeah.
Wait, did we die once in this?
No.
No,
I
we
think,
didn't.
I think you first tried it. The first
Good
level
job.
in this world. you first tried it.
We did it! Thanks to your efforts, we finally reached Castle Chaos.
Oh,
And
boy.
we will finally have our final showdown with the big bad K himself. And we shall
do
do
it.
that right now.
Right after a commercial break.
All things considered, we're making some pretty good time.
Yeah,
We
honestly, to get to the final world and chaos. Show
We're
yourself.
made it past half an hour. And, hey,
Get him.
This time, chaos will be dictatorial.
Let's do it.
just be careful here.
Yeah, avoid his butt flakes.
It's business as usual. Just pelt a barrel at him.
And pay no heed to that curtain.
Oh,
and
hold on.
thus,
Oh,
Beaker!
Beaker!
That's not
How
Beaker.
could you? Yes, it is.
It's not Beaker. He just sounds like Beaker.
It's Beaker without his nose.
And pay no attention to the curtain.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the Kremlin.
Totally
behind the
nothing.
curtain,
Totally
which is also
nothing
spelled okay.
important back there.
And with that, that's it for Chaos.
He's gone. He's destroyed. The land
We
is saved.
win. We saved the day.
Wait, who's operating that crane?
Yeah, who's behind
The
there?
stage actors, of course.
And I believe Hype's up next.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I voiced anyone.
Yeah, I'll give you this much.
Oh no, what have you done? Oh, my wife's gonna kill me.
You have a wife?
I used all her best pots and pans to make him.
It's K. Rool?
And then you just cast him aside, and why is that baby sidestepping like that?
Shush.
He's very
As if he were a
restless.
stack of empty tins.
Oh, I thought that's what he was.
Oh no, you didn't!
What?
No, you didn't, you little monkey skank!
Chaos was my ticket to world domination. And I've gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for an overused line from an overtroped show.
They really did do that.
Well, I guess just isn't your day, is it?
Speed buggy?
Well, you may have roasted my robot. But I'm the master chef around here, and I'm in the mood for some monkey bread, because it's about time your goose was cooked. Am I cooking goose or bread?
Goose could be monkey bread.
Even I don't understand the story anymore.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Meet K. Rool's next big fad,
Baron
Baron
K.
K. Rulenstein.
Rulenstein.
And, yeah, it is still that K. Rool from, every other game. He just is...
So you might
Don't
think
mind me.
that we could just throw any regular barrel at him, just like any other time. Nope.
Yeah.
You have to hit the jetpack.
And then he's just gonna start bouncing around like an idiot.
Is this really the entire boss?
He's going to do his best bird impression for a minute.
This boss is really trivialized by the fact that you can just duck underneath him.
Well, I mean, that's how you're supposed to take care of him. You can't, he's too tall for you to actually jump over. Because if it's not if it's not his bulging gut that gets you, it's his jetpack blade.
And
I will say, maybe it's just the coat doing it, but it looks less like he has a protruding gut, more like a protruding chest.
just ha.
Yeah.
I have been going to the gym.
Look at these fab packs! Oh, jeez!
You might recognize that hover pack as his up B in Smash Bros.
I was about to bring
I
that
mean,
up. Yes, this is where it
I'll
came
give the
from.
Smash Incarnation credit. They make the most out of all Kurul's incarnations. Like, he has his flying
Definitely.
pack from this, he has his freaky pirate garb.
He has his crown throw.
Okay, here we go. This is where things are going to start getting a little awkward.
The Tesla balls.
Nope, not Tesla balls. Electric current. And tiny little platform.
But yeah,
But-
I will.
oh.
Oops.
You need a
but I will
strong
overdeck.
arm to throw that barrel, though.
But I was about to say, I will agree with you, James. Like, basically, like, because I'm not gonna mince words, like, Kurul was a character I've wanted since Brawl, and just seeing how his moveset was handled in Ultimate is like, this is essentially like the perfect quintessential.
Looks like it's up to me!
Best of luck.
But it's like, yeah, just seeing his moveset in Ultimate, this is like the quintessential Kurul
Back is
moveset,
for
and
Mr.
I'm perfectly
Kurul.
okay with that.
He was nice. So that's
Yeah,
how we're
we
gonna.
literally have to electrocute him.
That's the most visceral I've ever seen Kurul get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah.
shit.
Is there a checkpoint before that part?
I believe so, yeah.
I think there's a checkpoint after taking care of Chaos,
Be there in a
but
minute.
For that, I don't think so.
Okay. let's see
And
what
dinner
happens.
is ready.
Crap.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Hang on. I'm
Should
getting
we
my
just
Switch.
cut to commercial break and come back?
Let me get my Switch out just in case.
You know what? Yeah, we'll be right back, folks.
Behold the shape-shifting Ikki. He has assumed the shape of Lucky Jack.
Why would I make myself look like him?
I mean, look at him. He may have anchor arms, but he's still wearing a onesie.
Of all the forms I could have taken, and this is all that's done.
Wait,
But
wait, are we accusing Ikki of wearing a onesie or Logan of wearing a onesie?
apparently both.
Oh.
But
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think you even need a duck for that. But I mean, better to play on the side of caution.
Yeah.
same. And
Like this isn't quite the the batshit gauntlet that Kurul, the crocodile cacophony was in this last game.
yeah,
but,
like, this is a lot more balanced, I think.
Do. Oh yeah.
Honestly, yeah, this is probably the most balanced of the DKC.
I
boss
love the
fights.
little fluttering wings he does while he's hopping around.
Stay aloft, and it is the get up.
Yep, because
So,
I was going to bring up the Tesla lasers.
Yep. And again, for all we know, if James plays good enough, maybe I.
Ow!
Oh,
You're
boy.
up, Logan.
Quick, Logan.
Oh no.
You
No
got it.
pressure. Put your DKC2 skills to use.
Yeah.
You
I like it.
just-
Just looking at the camera.
Oh, I did the same
oops.
thing Ikki did. That's how I feel about this situation.
We'll be right back, folks.
And all in all, I'm still glad that we
Yeah.
got the complete trilogy on this service.
Yeah.
Again, it's still amusing to me. Oh god, I
Oh.
forgot he does that now.
What the hey?
He went
What is he
upward.
doing? Oh,
Oh,
now
going on?
the platform shall move.
oh, we have to. Oh, now we have to platform. Like, I love that his strategy at this point is literally just I'm now an obstacle, and that's all I'm gonna be. Is just an obstacle to you.
And if you run into me, that's all your
That's all
fault.
I'm just gonna fly back and forth and. Oh.
Doop.
Yeah, well, you're leaving your electricity running, so that may be your own fault as well. So now
Oh.
what?
Oh, you know, in retrospect, this is gonna run up my bill like gangbusters.
It really
By the way,
shouldn't.
by the way, can we not ignore the fact that he did mention he apparently does have a wife?
Yeah, and the franchise never looks into this ever again.
Nope, never again.
One of the writers mentioned that was
Careful.
more like an old TV show reference than like actual canon.
Oh,
Actually, wait, what is he doing now?
Oh, now it turns off
Oh,
on
now
and
he's
off.
doing this.
so heads up. I'm assuming, yeah. Okay, so
Okay,
now
yeah.
we need to time it and grab the barrel as soon as it. So, grab it and then jump. Okay, it's not.
Then
there
watch
you
as he just bounces right down and zap.
Okay, so it's still okay. Now just gotta do one more hit, and then I think that'll be the last phase.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Get him! Yeah.
Zap. One more should do it. I'm just gonna wait till it flies over here. Jump here. Playing it safe, folks.
Be careful, that it's
like-
turning on faster than ever now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
Actually, what am I even doing?
yeah, you just
I'm just
do
gonna
this.
do the.
Yeah, and then we'll just wait and not yet.
Give it time. After he does this little spin
The
cycle.
the cycles
And
will
then drop.
match up. Yeah, okay, that was actually not too
And
bad.
yeah!
And
That's it. Game, set, match.
And for those wondering, yes, I did do nothing this whole time, and I just reaped the benefits.
Hey, you know what? It helps to have a safety net. And with
Yeah.
that, I know it feels sad that Ikki's gonna miss out on this, but
Don't.
behold, we saved the Kongs! Whoa! Whoa! My head! What happened? 1 minute I was dreaming. Come on.
Uh-huh.
About the world's biggest pile of bananas! Bigger than mine! Hard to believe, huh? Next, I was a power-crazed madman!
He was chaos?
By the way, who's that giant baby there?
Hey, don't worry, Donkey. Thanks to Dixie, it's all. I didn't know if I wanted to be Diddy, so I'm just gonna try.
No, you're fine.
I'm impressed.
I bet even Cranky would be after that performance.
No, not really.
Okay. Okay.
Right. You go this way, kitty, and I'll go
Yeah.
that way.
What are you talking about? Wait, you want that guy with glasses, would you?
Get him.
Yes, folks, they were about to beat up an old man.
I'm not gonna. Yes, we beat up an old man.
And so, after finishing off Barricade Rulenstein, we get our obligatory enemy roll call.
Yay, Cobble. He was okay. So, and for those wondering, like, yeah, again, Ikki is not missing out on all this just yet. Like, the credits haven't actually, like, happened yet, and we still got another big thing ahead of us.
Well, I will say this much. Beating through the game the first time is where you will get the obligatory credit sequence, so there is that. I mean, at the same time, though, this does go on a bit long, so, I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably for the best. He had to, head out for dinner.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll just put my Switch down. So, hi, for what you saw, what did you think of Donkey Kong Country 3?
It's pretty interesting. Like, it definitely seems like, certain levels notwithstanding, it seems like it has, a bit more accessibility than 2 does, although I'm not quite sure if I'd really say I like it better than 1 or 2.
I would say, at the very least, especially now that you could literally play it for free through the Super NES Online app, assuming you do have, the Nintendo Online service, I'd say it's worth at least one good run.
Uh-huh.
I had a lot of nostalgia for playing this. Not as much as 2, but I do remember this being, again, one of the last SNES games I ever played. And, again, like, even though David Wise did not originally work on this game's soundtrack, I think the person they had stand in for him did a really nice job of trying to capture that same feel and same casual vibe that David Wise's music usually,
Oh yeah, we haven't met those guys yet. That's not until the boss world.
Cuff and Clout.
They kind of look like they should be their very own boss fights, but they're not. And yeah, I guess I will say this much: like, by and large, I do still think Donkey Kong Country 2 is the absolute best in the series. And well, and the first game, despite not having the same panache, is still very much solid in the gameplay department. Whereas Donkey Kong Country 3. It was very much an experimental title, and it really does show. So I guess that's also like part of its own charm in that while it doesn't play quite as well, it just has its own, it feels like a Maverick compared to the 3 of them. It's one of those things you just want to. It really is just the case where it has its own weird charm.
I don't want to. I don't want to think it. I do not want to think that it wasn't successful, though. Like,
no, dude! This game was, like, believe it or not, despite releasing so late into the Super NES's lifespan, it was able to make. It's easily one of the top 20 best-selling games for the system.
Oh wow! So yeah. So the things that they tried that are experimental that I like is, I did like how they handled the hub world. I love that, like, open-endedness of, like, actually exploring a grand little country as opposed to it being... Yeah, we haven't met these guys yet either.
Nope. Not till later.
I did like that, the openness. I liked the almost Metroidvania-esque elements of talking to all the bears and solving their problems and collecting little currencies. I thought that was
Even though I will definitely say I kind of wish they handled that aspect better because otherwise, assuming you're just going for the bare basics, Tish, they're kind of a non-entity.
Yeah, I guess you say like they don't have as much presence. They're just kind of one and done, like Funky Kong.
Like honestly, like real talk, the bears and to a certain extent the birds feel like their own separate entity that has almost nothing to do with the the grand adventure at large.
Right.
It's just more. It's like busy work more than anything.
I like that they added. I like that they did their best to basically create one entire new level mechanic for each individual level to make them all feel that much more memorable. I thought that was nice. Like Donkey Kong Country 2 is still great, but I don't think it would be wrong of me to say that I feel like Donkey Kong Country 2 feels, it's not boring, it's not dull, but I think this game does more new things with each level than Donkey Kong Country 2 did. Like with Diddy's Conquest, it felt like there were times where I was like, okay, here's another Bramble level, which will more or less work the same way.
I think I've already brought it up earlier, and I do think it still holds true. Comparing this is where we get to see all the
with renders
bosses where they actually get they actually show off their actual renders. But what was I about to say? Donkey Kong Country DKC3 and DKC2, comparing them is almost like comparing Crash 2 and Crash 3, where Crash 2 really did not. They were very much it played true to the series' roots. It was a typical run, jump, and spin sort of experience, and they mostly kept true to that while making the level design as tight as it could be. Bullshit backtracking aside. And then you got Crash 3, where it still had the best of what Crash 2 had in that department, though it tried to push out more of the gimmicks.
Mm-hmm. No,
more or less
feels into Crash Bandicoot as opposed to
we're talking about the differences between this and between like Donkey Kong Country 2 to Donkey Kong Country 3 was like Crash 2 to Crash 3, where it built off of the same solid foundation while introducing more gimmicks. And what's that? What's going on?
Come on!
Oh yeah, welcome back to I guess so now we're watching this. Ikki, what did you think before we get into the grand finale of the next chapter? What did you think of DKC3 growing up?
I didn't have this game growing up. In fact, the only DKC game that I knew existed at this point, when I was younger, was Donkey Kong 64.
Okay, so what did you think of this game as a grown-ass adult?
When I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this? This isn't Happy Flappy Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Where are the crystal coconuts? Who's this little baby boy? Why does he look like Chunky Kong?
Where's Chunky?
Where's Tiny and Lanky Kong too? Why is Wrinkly alive?
But yeah, so you clearly played a lot of it here for someone who may have been a bit weirded out by it by first. I'm assuming you did warm up to it.
Yeah, I warmed up to it over time. It's just at first I was really turned off by the radically changed but the different setting of the Northern Hemisphere just felt really weird. And the fact that you're not even playing as the titular Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong in any respect, it just kind of turned me off at the time. And at this point I'm talking about DKC2 when I knew that existed. And when the original DKC existed too. But yeah, I thought...
Baffled.
By the way, we haven't met Boomer. We haven't met Boomer yet. Well, he's actually going to play a key role in the Lost World.
Okay, so we'll get to that, and then the Crucial Kongs. Funky. He's still not getting over that visit that we got.
I'm in the salt mines!
Oh, help me.
Well, I'll have my own video game. It'll be far better than the rest of yours.
And I still don't got legs!
He lives in a barrel. And he's doing jazzercise in the salt mines.
Why are we in the mill?
Hooey! I am fabulous.
Honestly, though, it is sad considering the fact that, again, Donkey Kong Country 3, the next game after that would be DK64. Considering Wrinkly's fate in that game, I think she took her jazzercise a little too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help!
Oh,
Oh,
oh. How you doing?
Oh,
dude?
that was fun.
Oh, okay. He's okay. He's okay.
let's go again!
I thought he was gonna cry.
And of course, let us not forget the star of the show that, actually earned her way to fame thanks to her broken-ass ponytail powers.
Yeah, look at her go!
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah. Fun fact, Ikki. Even though I stepped in for you just in case, James pretty much one shot the boss.
What? What knocked
Pretty
her
much-
off there?
James pretty much like carried the fight because
Okay,
Dixie's
cool.
broken. So now we just
And here's where we get our actual credits. Rest assured, they're not that long.
Yeah,
okay.
it's only like 2 or 3
Um,
minutes.
Roughly.
So yeah, no, this was again very fun, and I was telling him earlier, Ikki, that I am still really happy that they added the entire trilogy onto this service now.
Oh yeah.
And again, it's just so, amusing to me that they literally did just release all 3 games within sequence. Like, the first month you got DKC1, DKC2 the next month, and so on and so forth. Now it just makes me wonder, what's next? Like, maybe we'll finally get Earthbound or Super Mario RPG on the service?
That would be.
Or,
really
they could just bring back the N64 emulation and eventually bring back the GameCube.
that'd
The
be really
GameCube still
solid.
exists.
GameCube's gonna be a little harder to work with, but N64 I can definitely see being next.
N64
The
would be really
GameCube is
solid.
harder to work with when they literally recreate Luigi's Mansion 1 for the 3DS.
I'm
Yeah,
looking.
well that's the key word there, recreated.
Do you think they would add Super Bomberman?
I mean,
Oh.
hard to say considering the fact they already have Super Bomberman R, and I think Konami thinks that's all the system needs.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
Though
so-
honestly, I will say this much. I mean, kind of just off the cuff here. Assuming they ever do put like an N64 service for the online, I hope to God they put Bomberman 64 on it. For the love of God,
It was great.
Bomberman 64 or the sequel?
the original. Though I wouldn't mind the sequel either. It's just that putting that game on the Wii U Virtual Console after the Switch is already out. Yeah, real boneheaded right there.
I know.
Well, think of it this
So, I mean-
way. Like,
Mhm.
the original, Bomberman Bomberman 64 2 is literally, like, one of the hardest to find,
It's
N64
that.
games.
Is it like lost software, like lost media now, or?
It's not lost, it's just really hard to find a clean copy of that game
Oh.
now.
That's it.
Oh,
Yay.
That's the end of that little play. Also, you are ranked at the very end of it, and you do get a certain ranking. Though because we did use a code, we are automatically considered puny primates.
Oh,
who
wow.
cares?
You are what you eat.
You are looked down for cheating.
I don't care. What if it actually said like, "Not you cheaters," Bano? In terms of like, I think I'll carry that conversation. What I could see coming to this in the next session, because I guess it's time to call it for now as we get ready for the bonus round.
Yep, so that said, stay tuned as we go through Krematoa, otherwise known as the Lost World.
Part 2.
Till next time, everybody.